But then also, how do you engage Afro-pessimism? Because one of the main critiques that I always get for my appreciation of it is that it encourages us to dislocate from being in solidarity with people in struggle, or from ourselves engaging in struggle at all.
So this question about like, let's start with the like doing nothing part. So that just doesn't ring true to me at all, to be quite honest with you. And this is not just all that I do personally. For example, I am an active member of the Puerto Rican Independence Party. I was the president of the Washington State Diaspora chapter for 2 years. Currently doing Columbus, what we're calling the Columbus Community Abolitionist Collective, where we're doing community study groups. Right now, actually, Ohio State has passed SB1 in the Senate, which would prohibit DEI, and they've cut the ODI. The Office of Diversity and Inclusion is gone. Black Studies is perhaps going to be cut, and so we're holding town hall tomorrow. We're going to a day of action on Tuesday. I'm going to the collective community study group on Wednesday. We were asked to be formally invited to the BSA to work with our students against this legislation on Thursday. So, I may not do everything. I'm sure I could do a lot more, but I'm definitely not just.
But Afro-pessimism hasn't taught you to not engage. It hasn't.
Absolutely not. What it showed me is that again that anti-blackness saturates every aspect of our society, which means that in every aspect of our society, there's a response that I can have to it. And what I hear from Wilderson and Sexton and these authors is to take up this mantle of antagonizing and refusing this anti-black world, to create space for this new thing. I don't know what that thing is, but I know that this needs to go, right? And I know that I don't have the answers. None of us on our own have the answers, right? But in fact, it is a call to push in various ways. Now, for example, when I'm thinking about BLM and the global network, that to me is an example of how Black iconoclasm as a concept and Afro-pessimism in general can be useful to thinking on the ground in real time. Like, how is this movement, how is its image being formed? How is the political platform being sanitized? What is the transparency between the national organization and the various local chapters? They start to have disputes like, can we use the BLM moniker? Who should be able to use the BLM moniker? Is it time to get rid of it and move on to something else, right? That's that practice of discernment that isn't going to be satiated by reform. It can't just be, we're just going to sit in an academic room, but it's thinking, what is Black liberation for us? And how do we constantly have a practice of self-reflexiveness where we don't fall in love with our own image, even as we're trying to do the right thing? And so it never was a call to just give up. The people who think that are the people who are unwilling to do the work that needs to be done, in my opinion, because as a psychic defense, because they're unwilling to do it, because they're holding on to the things that give them that psychic safety, that social safety. And that's exactly what Afro-pessimism is challenging. And that goes for those people who misread it intentionally to say that it's not a matter of coalition. It's not a matter. In fact, Wilderson invited y'all to the dance with death in Red, White, and Black, if I remember correctly. In fact, the metaphor was, there's a bus ride to the end of the world and y'all want to get off at one stop first. Now you're mad because we said you want to get off? We invited you to the bus ride. What are we talking about? The Black International has always been at the forefront of trying to push together all of these people, right? Like, don't be mad when we call out betrayal. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't. Now you got. We got feelings too. Like, you got feelings. Like, you know what I mean? And so insofar as you're unwilling to recognize that, then all right, then I guess that's what it is, and we'll have to do what we have to do. But to frame it as the olive branch was not extended, it's been extended. It's been extended. And so I don't know what else to say to that. I'm, you know, like I'm for their liberation. I don't Are they for ours?
I mix what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like.